Buddy JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the new DC Comics Multiverse 6-inch Suicide Squad Deadshot figure from Mattel. Now this figure is based on the upcoming movie, and it comes packaged in the same style packaging we've been seeing with all the Multiverse figures. You've got the red box with the black highlights. Up at the very top, you've got the Suicide Squad movie logo. Then you've got the DC Comics Multiverse logo. The figure's clearly displayed in the window box packaging, and then down below you have an image of the character from the movie, the name, and it tells us it comes with the Collect and Connect croc piece. On one side, you again have an image of the character from the movie, and then on the other side, nothing, and then on the back, we have a look at the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the Croc Collect and Connect figure. Now, if you checked out our Harley Quinn figure review the other day, you'll know there's actually extra figures that you can get, some kind of variant figures. We're not really sure how those are going to be released, but basically they allow you to create a Croc figure that has a jacket and shirt on. So if you haven't checked out the Harley Quinn figure review, be sure to do so. I'll have a link in the video description below. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging along with the contents. So this figure for the Croc Collect and Connect comes with the right arm, the sleeveless right arm for Croc. And once we have all the figures and are able to put this thing together, then I'll do a review of that figure in its entirety. So be sure to stay tuned for it. The figure comes with two different heads. The first one that's attached to the figure when you take it out of the packaging is the non-mast head that's supposed to look like Will Smith. And it's not 100% to the actor, but I think it's close. You know, it's enough that you can tell who it's supposed to be. So I don't have any real complaints with it. Skin tone's decent, eyes are okay, and he's got the mustache and everything going on. So I don't think the head sculpt on this is that bad. Now the alternate head is a Mast Head, and to switch it out you just pull off and it's attached to a ball joint and you snap on the head that you want to replace it with, and it should snap on pretty easily. And this one, you know, this is more in keeping with what I traditionally think of with Deadshot, with the completely covered face and the eyepiece, and I think it's pretty decent looking. The mask is very white. They've used a very white color with this, and you've got the gray striping on it, and you got the little red in the middle of the eyepiece, and you can see on the other eye, you can see his actual eyeball with the darker skin around it. So I think the detailing on it's pretty nice. You've got some line work sculpted here on the top. So I don't know how much he wears this mask in the movie. Probably not very much, but I do like the look of this figure with the mask on. Now the final accessory this figure comes with is a gun, and this is kind of the lamest part of the figure. He only comes with one weapon, and it's this tiny little gun. Not a whole lot of paint detail. It's painted red, and then it's got a gold tip and a bit of gold at the bottom. And it's a very soft rubber, so it's kind of warped out of the packaging. It's kind of bent, and again, very soft rubber. And then he does have a holster, working holster for this gun, so you can slide it in there. But it would have been nice if we'd gotten, you know, some additional weapons like a rifle or something. I would have preferred to have that than this tiny little gun as his only weapon. So for the figure itself, I think they've done a pretty nice job with the detailing. You've got some writing here around his neck on his shirt. The shirt's just red. Then you've got these black armor pieces that maybe have a tinge of gray to them, and the upper pieces around the chest and the shoulder and the back are actually separate and they're glued on. This back piece is more of a rubber type material, and you can kind of pull it away from the back. Then here on the lower part of the torso, these are just sculpted and painted. He's got the wrist guns. I don't really like the detailing on these wrist guns. I think they could have done a better job with that, and they're just painted with the maroon with the metallic gold tips. He's got this belt that's a separate piece, and he's got these magazines on the front which have the gold metallic tips on them. Then he's got magazines on both sides that are unpainted. And then he's got these guns on the back, which again are unpainted and are not removable. On the right leg, you've got the working holster, as I mentioned before, for the little rubber gun. On the left leg, you've got some magazines, some rifle magazines that are painted with the maroon color and the metallic gold. Would have been nice if we'd gotten a rifle to go along with those. Then you've got the knee pads, and these are separate pieces, and they kind of move on the figure. You've got some sculpting with the belts on the leg and some wrinkles and stuff, and the pants are pretty much the same color as the armor pieces. Then he's got boots that are a little bit lighter gray. He's got this knife sheath that's unpainted, the same color as the boots, and is not removable. And then you've got some lacing detail on the boots and everything. This figure stands about 6.5 inches tall. He's next to the Harley Quinn figure, and you can see he is taller than Harley. And then here he is with the Dawn of Justice, Batman, and Superman figures, and you can see he's taller than Superman, but not quite as tall as Batman. Articulation is on par with what we've seen with the other figures in this line. You can turn the head to the left and right, but no up or down movement. Arms are attached with their standard ball hinge joints, so you can get the arm out good rotation. Has a bicep swivel, single hinged elbow, so you can bend the elbow about that much. Have swivels at the hands, but no hinges, so no up or down movement. Has a midsection joint, but can't really crunch down because of the armor. Can look back a little bit, but you do get a gap between the armor when you have him looking back. Has a waist swivel, has those side hinge joints for the legs, so can do the splits good. Can only get the leg forward about that much, and can do the leg back. Has a thigh swivel really close to the knee, single hinged knee, so can bend the knees about that much. No boot cuff swivel, no swivel at the ankle. You do have hinges on the ankle, but only a little bit of up and down movement with the feet, and no ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes on the bottom. I forgot to mention the figure has swivels at the glove cuff as well. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I would say this is a decent figure. My biggest complaint with it is the weapon accessories. I would have liked to have seen either more weapons or something different than this little rubber gun that they gave him, something like a rifle. But otherwise, I think it's a decent looking figure. The face sculpt's not 100% to the actor, but close enough that you can tell who it is. And I think this figure will fit in nicely with things like your other Dawn of Justice Multiverse figures if you've been collecting those. Now, this figure I don't believe has started to hit shelves as of yet. I picked mine up off of eBay and should probably start hitting soon. I don't have a specific release date though. We'll have a full gallery of images up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook and or Twitter pages. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.